Hi, this is Christy with Guidepost to Wellness. Welcome back for return viewers and welcome for anybody that's new to the channel. On this channel, anything goes that has to do with health and wellness. I do focus a lot on chronic disease and autoimmune type of disorders since that's something that I can speak to, having been in remission for over 20 years from lupus. So today's topic, what we're going to talk about, is setting up and creating a challenge for ourselves to instill or solidify a new habit. So one of the things about creating a challenge or participating in a challenge is that sometimes that little competitive spark is really helpful to get over that inertia of starting a new habit. It can be helpful to do the challenge with other people, and I'm going to be posting this with my lupus group and see if I can get some folks there that want to join the challenge as well. So you want to start out by getting something that you're passionate about, something that you want to make a change. If you're not doing it because you really want to make the change, then you're not setting yourself up for success right there in the beginning. So I've talked a lot about mindfulness and meditation. I'll put some links for some other videos below. I have not been doing it as regularly. I think schedule change with the challenges with the virus and my work schedule changing. I'm in the office sometimes, I'm not in the other. That's kind of changed my schedule a little bit. So I put together this challenge for myself and for others. Now, one of the things with the challenge is there's a lot of different ways to track it. I'm going to be taking a look at a couple of free apps that are out there. One's called Habit, Daily Tracker, Done, Streak It, and I'll be giving some assessments of those. But I'm also old-fashioned, and a lot of people like to have the visual that they can just kind of X off. And so I got this template from Microsoft Excel, but there's a lot of online templates that you can find out there. And I'm just going to write the challenge at the top and what my goals are for the challenge. Now, setting up a time period, one thing about a challenge is it can be repeatable. I like alliteration, so I'm doing a monthly meditation challenge, 1 month. You could do 28 days, you could do 4 weeks, whatever speaks to you, because you want to not feel overwhelmed by the duration, but you want to have something that's going to help gear you towards setting up a challenge that's going to be successful and move you towards setting up a new habit or changing a habit. Now, one thing I want to be really clear about, and I'm going to do some more videos on habits, is that 21 days, 30 days, there is no scientific specific number of days to create a habit. There's a lot of factors that go into play there, very individual. And that may be if you've thought in the past, well, 21 days create a habit and it doesn't stick, and then you go down that rabbit hole of I'm a failure and things like that. That's because it may take longer for you to create the new habit. So doing a challenge like this is great because you can just keep recycling it and repeating it until you feel like the habit is ingrained. And I'm going to talk more about the science behind habits in another video. It's very fascinating. So I'm going to track it, both paper. Some people might like to use just their online electronic Outlook calendar, Gmail calendar, something like that. Find something that works for you. If you're doing a challenge for something specific, like maybe working out, there are some meditation specific apps that track it. There's drinking water type of apps. You can find something like that. I'm going to track more generic ones. Now, when you prep for your challenge, there's a couple of things that I want you to think about whenever you start it, is why are you doing this? This is really important. It needs to matter. It needs to resonate. You need to be doing it because it's something that you really internally want to do. Not because a doctor tells you to, not because it's cool, anything like that. Now, I've talked a lot about mindfulness and meditation. I love it. I know I feel better when I do it. That's why I want to get this more into more of a routine, try to get myself back onto a better schedule since things are a little messed up. And that's why I'm doing it. I like the way it makes me feel. I've got some other videos about the science, how it helps you. I'll put those links below. So that's the really important one, is why are you doing this? Make sure you really want to do it. Make it small and achievable. So if you are brand new to meditating, which can seem overwhelming in and of itself, or you don't have a lot of time you're trying to figure out, then set a very small goal. Set just 2 minutes. Set 5 minutes. We're going to talk a little bit about this with habit stacking and how to do that in a minute, and when we talk more about habits. So make it small and make it achievable and something that you can expand upon. So something like 2 minutes of meditation, 2 minutes of foam rolling, 2 glasses of water, something like that. We talked about getting the tracking method. Now, for habits to be a success, there's a lot of different factors. Most of us don't have the opportunity to completely change our environment unless we're moving, starting a new job, something of that nature. Then it's much easier to incorporate new habits with a major type of environmental change. But for most of us, that's not going to happen. So what we're going to try to do is find other habits. We are creatures of habit. We have routines. Finding opportunities in those routines to tack this habit on to it. So for example, some things I've talked about in the past. Okay, when you take a shower, if you take a shower every day, every other day, whenever you take a shower, you're in the shower, that's already something that's ingrained that you're doing. That's when you can stack on a habit of doing gratitude exercises and talking about what you're grateful for. While you're brushing your teeth, that's another really great one. I have an automatic toothbrush, 2 minutes, and I can be brushing my teeth, which is, kind of your mind just starts to wander anyway, and I could stack on a habit of mindfulness or maybe a memory exercise. Walking on your lunch break. If you're working, you're going to have a pretty steady lunch break. Maybe you take a walk. You park further away, you drive to work. You always have to drive to work, but maybe you park in the same spot. So you kind of get the gist of the habit stacking. And then for a lot of us, having some type of accountability, whether it's the tracker that's visual or a group, a Facebook group, a workout buddy, a challenge buddy, or something like that, can really help motivate us to that. So again, I'm going to do a meditation habit. I'm going to be using my Zen 12. I love this program. I'll put a link for the video down below, where I believe right now they're offering maybe free level 1, which would be a free 12-minute meditation that's using brain entrainment technology. These are just fabulous. I love, for a very reasonable price, you get 12 months worth. If you just do one level a month, you get 4 different flavors. The guided meditations are very non-intrusive. I was talking with a client the other day, and she was laughing because she had found a guided meditation on YouTube or somewhere, and the person was trying to emphasize breathing, and it was really funny, and all she was doing was laughing. Laughing's a great thing. It is in and of itself, but maybe not if you're trying to, focus on mindfulness and meditating. So if your challenge goal is a month, 28 days, 4 weeks, whatever it is for yourself, set up that goal. I'm going to start this goal on August 1st. That's when I'm posting this video, and that's when I'm going to do my first meditation. So my goal for this is to do at least 6 days a week. That gives me a little bit of a bumper if there's a day where something just really falls apart or I just don't get around to it. I'm going to set an intention before I do it, and I'm going to do my Zen 12 meditations, which are 12 to, I think month 12 gets maybe up to about 18 or 19 minutes. We can find 18 or 19 minutes. I'm going to set mine up to do it in the mornings when I get up and exercise, and that's going to be my habit stacking. And I'm going to be checking in with myself on a weekly basis, double checking my apps, making sure I'm tracking everything. And then I'll be doing a check-in video in 2 weeks and 4 weeks to see how it's going. And if I can get some of the other folks that are interested, I may try to get their input as well and share that too. So if anybody's interested in signing up and joining the mindfulness challenge or another challenge at the same time, please put your comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Again, I'm going to put the links to the Zen 12. I also have some guided meditation playlists on the YouTube channel. So find something that you're interested in doing, set yourself up a challenge, and let's be well.